Hello, and welcome to, as I'm sure you can see, Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. It has been several weeks now since we finished our journey through Dark Souls Remastered together, and finally defeat Lord Gwyn. So I have been taking a small break from the Souls universe. We've been off playing Witcher and other things. But strangely it seems right and correct to now begin this one. So I have a little bit of time this morning. Regrettably, I do have other activities I need to get up to. But let's see how far we can make it into the opening act, say.
Perhaps you've seen...
Hello.
Maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human.
You will be a
thing
spider.
That feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why.
This seems to please you.
Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
we go again. Hello and good morning. Welcome, welcome. My apologies, I was just letting the cutscene play out there, unhindered. As unhindered as possible. And now we find ourselves in the things betwixt. Which appears to be inside some sort of massive cave structure. And it appears I am at half health. I must start hollowed or cursed or whatever they're calling it this time around. Which I do believe in Dark Souls 2 has all the typical effects and decreases your health by half. So if you want full health, you have to hollow yourself. Let's take a quick shower here, pardon me. It's long past time. Alright, let's see what's in this creepy old hovel.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the
Sight to behold, isn't it? Drink it in, ladies.
undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you.
What do you
spoke
mean
to
by
that
that?
kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls.
Sounds delicious. I'm in.
This is the fate of the cursed.
We're starting things off with some good giggling here. Keeping up the tradition of giggling. Hopefully we'll get some cackles and guffaws later. My name is... you. You are my name.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing.
Hope it's taffy, hope it's taffy. It's not taffy.
Take a closer look. Who do you think it's supposed to be?
I think it's Gary Busey,
Deep
if I had to
into your
guess.
past. Yes.
Yep, it's Gary
It's an
Busey. Oh
effigy
no.
of you.
Okay. And we're creating characters. It's just that easy. So, what do I need to survive the world of Dark Souls 2? I am rather tempted to be deprived this time around, which means you just have, like, nothing at all. Effectively nothing. However, it keeps all of your skills at a low, equal level, so that you can increase them as desired. So it is like the most flexible character path to start deprived, but... oh, yikes. There's just so many things that are gonna try to kill me that I'd love to have a sword for. Really. Let's try deprived. When are we gonna get another chance? A burial gift. They seem to make it very clear in this one, clearer than some of the others. I'm going to go with a petrified something. There is a way you can sometimes get a nice early weapon by trading a petrified something. So I will keep that for now. Let's see. Build, I just want a big old head. Just the biggest head you can imagine. Ooh, I don't know about musculature though. Let's take a look at the back. Oh yeah, we need that back, sure. Who knows when that's gonna come in handy. I have never seen the sun in all me days. That is canonical. Yes. Yes. A nice flaming orange beard, that should do it. Yeah, sure. I can be a little more aged. That won't hurt. Get some experience under my nails. What? Gross. Okay, that should be fine. Yeah, weird, muscular, old, naked gentleman. That's me. That is how I appear.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
You're no different, I should think.
I am different. I'm here to shatter it.
Doesn't
Oh no, I
stand
guess
a
that's
chance.
relatively the same.
Well, you never know.
It was pretty good synchronized chuckle. I give it an 8.5. It's nice.
Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You'll lose your souls. All of them.
Thank you.
Over
Thank you for being honest with me.
over again.
I know what's about to happen. Less synchronized. That one's a 6.2. Oh, well now I feel like a rude home invader. I'm sorry. Pardon me. Just gonna go roll around on the carpets. So we will have to hope that we can find some armor or something. And we will have to hope that the decision to start deprived does not haunt me throughout this playthrough. Even in the darkness, you can see my pale, pale body just glimmering. A lighthouse to those who are lost. That really hurts my fist. Okay. There. Put a little beef behind it. Okay, so I now have a torch. That's something. It's not a weapon. apparently, but it's something. Okay. Let's hope they don't have an early boss battle that I'm forgetting about. I'm assuming these are tutorial messages that I should likely be reading. Unwise to skip, certainly. Oh good, they start me off with someone who is also unarmed. I appreciate that deeply. Okay. I'm making progress. Deprived or no? I'm gonna check, since I got a torch here. One of these was lit. Yeah, this one's lit. Let me see if I can bring it along with me here. Just in case. I'm not sure if this has any effect, but it is very fun to do. I like lighting torches. Give the place a nice homey warmth. Pardon me for just one moment. Okay. So sorry. Ooh. Must be a statue? Or an unfortunate gentleman. An unfortunate sentient statue. So, back in here, so sorry. Oh, this'll be lovely. Run around in my nudity, lighting all the darkened areas of the world. Just relentlessly punching everything I come across. If there's any way to turn this into a effective cosplay of One Punch Man, I'm really all for it. That was the loudest punch ever. As though I was punching my own eardrums. Oh, I am noticing that just now, that my torch seems to have a timer. Maybe when I don't have it out and active, it's reserving its fuel. I should have been paying attention to that. So we will try to only have it out when we know the next torch we want to light. Which I'm not sure at this point where that would be. Aha, we now have a dagger. That is helpful. Yes, please, thank you. Got a little slash and a jab. Lovely. Ah, right in the wrist. Alright, let's bring that light forward. Oh, does it slice and dice and julienne? Only 1995. Or 7 to 8 easy payments thereof. Okay, one more torch there. Let me take a peek out here, see if there's another one. Aha, there is one down on that ledge. And we have a ladder shortcut. Lovely. Give us smooth. I think I remember from oh so long ago, I picked up this smooth and silky stone on the way in here. And there's like a crow or a pair of crows in this nest that I don't think you ever actually see, that are always asking for items. And I think it's like a weird exchange program. Let me see if I can remember it briefly.
Yes, you! Give us Silky!
Silky smooth, sure. I think you take the thing and you leave it, which is like dropping. You leave it on the ground. And then, weirdly, you save and quit the game. And they say, okay, yeah, that is what we wanted. Weirdest thing ever. Pardon these loading screens here. We may have to do this one more time, but then I will stop, I promise. Yeah. Continue. Pay no mind to Peter. Just a fragment of the past. Hello and welcome. Whether from work or no, it is lovely to see you. Alright, so they liked my item and they have left me something in return. A channeler's trident, apparently. Which is likely a very late game weapon that I will not be able to use, but ooh, fantastic. So, the other thing I got is this petrified something, my burial gift, that occasionally can be traded for another rare weapon. Let me throw it in here. I hope that's enough in the nest.
Yeah! You! Give it smooth! Yes, you! Give us
I dearly hope it's in the nest enough. We'll see. Otherwise, I've just wasted my petrified something. No big deal. Still deprived. Regardless. So there's like a whole list of things you can actually trade for various items, some of which are like a random gift in return, and some of which have a specific gift in return. Twinkling Titanite, lovely. That's like an upgrade material I will likely need a lot of later. Alright, I almost forgot to go grab the torch and get that guy's item down there. Let me take care of that. 2 torches. They updated the way that you jump in this one, which I think is lovely. You used to have to... You hold B to run, and then you had to, like, double tap B while running to jump, and sometimes it just didn't work very well. Now it's like a hold B to run and click another button to jump thing. Much, much better. I'm just trying to find excuses to continue writhing nude before you. That's really all that's happening here. So once again, I have no idea if this actually has any value or purpose beyond the aesthetic, but I just enjoy it. Light and torches. Let's see what this one says, since it is in such an out-of-the-way area. Okay. Strangely already figured that out, but thank you. So, we did go in that one. I think it is now clear and lit. Let's head into this one next. With our dagger. Almost got a swipe in at me. I can't allow that. No, no, no. Jump across here first, and then I'll go back and grab a torch. Amber herb, well that's not clothes, but okay. Careful now. I think there might be another one up here. I'll put the lit torch in my loincloth while I climb. Pardon me a moment. Oh, that's so much better. Oh goodness. Okay. Tally-ho! Yikes. There. Not ideal. A bit flaily. But we got there in the end. Okay, I guess I can put the torch away. I'm not seeing any others down here. Though that one provides a very nice glow to the room. Oh yes, do make time to write and submit to the No Sleep podcast. Please, I implore you. This goes for everyone, really. Ah, just when I thought I was safe. That's exactly what I was trying to avoid. I, for some reason, thought this would lead right back down to ground level because I could see that statue guy from in there, which made me think, oh yeah, we're back to ground level. But now I need to, like, walk all the way back up top to get a torch. If I want to light that one. And this one. So, oh well. Mistakes have been made. I'll just go around this way real quick. Once again, just an excuse to continue to writhe nude before you. It's the theme of this morning, really. So I think I can light it off the topmost one here to save time. If I can ever cotton on to the ladder. There we go. And we'll make a mad dash. Lovely. I think you can get some of these guys and maybe, like, shoot that log down or something? I forget exactly what happens. If you have a bow, like if you happen to start as a thief or something with a ranged weapon. But I don't believe I will have any options just yet. We'll have to come back and get to the other side of that statue guy. I shouldn't be rambling with my torch out. So, that room will have to wait. We will return and get ourselves in there, but let's continue out of the cave. Out of things betwixt. Which I have to assume is some sort of, like, dimensional gateway of sorts. A meeting ground of several different realities. And when you come out of the cave here, you are in a different reality from where you started. If I'm reading the opening cutscene correctly there, it was like you were in another world entirely, another dimension or kingdom. And it appears that one of the fire keepers, one of the old red-robed ladies, was in your world. She had, like, come across the things betwixt or something and gave you the advice to seek out Drangleic. She was the first old woman you saw in the cutscene there, who said that you would appear before the gate of Drangleic one day without knowing why. And then when you got in here, into the things betwixt, the other firekeeper ladies were saying, "Oh, you talked to that sweet old woman, did you?" That, like, one of the firekeepers fled to the other side or something. Trying to pay a little bit better attention to the story and make sure I have some understanding of it as we go through. So we finally have a bonfire. Oh, goodness, yes. We should now respawn here, should I happen to die. And this is Majula, I think. A relatively abandoned town that you sort of restore slightly throughout your time here. Boy, I really need to find some clothes before I act as tour guide. My apologies. Let's see if we can continue on and find something to wear here. So this is the classic lady, the level up lady. In every game you have a counterpoint. You are a chosen undead of sorts, and then you have a herald who will level you up and use your souls for other uses that you can't actually do yourself.
The next monarch. Or merely a pawn of fate. Bearer of
Can't it be
curse.
both?
I will remain by your side till this frail
I'm gonna give her a little bit of a wider berth in my current dress, just for everyone's comfort. Oh, thank you. I will happily take an Estus flask.
He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
I am once again being told to seek out the king. We will find out later that this king, as opposed to the Dark Souls Lord Gwyn, who tried to fight back the darkness by not necessarily natural means, perhaps unnatural means. And King Vendrick stands in sort of opposition to that. He is not doing anything. He is waiting for the darkness to come upon his kingdom, thinking that that perhaps is better.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never
So
meet
go
the
out
king
there
of
and
the
die
souls
a
of
whole
flame
lot,
and
come back and level up.
seek those whose names are unutterable, the four endowed with immense souls. Their
And once
souls
again, there are
seek
four
things. Once you have
Four
found
servants of the
them,
king
turn
that
into
hold
me,
shards of powerful souls.
so that hope will not fade away. Bearer of the curse, seek souls, larger, more powerful souls.
Ever larger,
Seek the king.
ever more powerful.
That is the only way. lest this land
It was a
swallow
very
you
familiar cycle.
as it has so many others.
We have been here before, and we know what this all leads to. So I can now level up, now that our dialogue is finally through. And I am going to need... I'm trying to remember the weapon I want to go after here. I think I'll probably need to start with dexterity at 9, if I'm remembering correctly. So let me put a few points into dexterity when I can. And back to find some armor. Back to the main quest path. I do need to equip my Estus flask now that she's given it to me. Thank goodness for that, and I'll throw these life gems in there too. They can heal you in a pinch. Looks like I have 15 seconds of torch left. I hope I can find another. Hello, sir. I'm sorry you're at that level for my loincloth, but it's good to meet you.
Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant. And now somebody's gone and locked the door.
Oh, that's terribly inconvenient. I will try to find the key for you, good sir. Whoa. Excuse me, awning. Trying to peek at myself here, if you don't mind. Somebody's gotta have some armor.
Not much time remaining.
Whoa.
Just about ready to fall.
Who
apart.
am I speaking to?
Time to be chatting with a cat.
I think there is a cat on the other side of this wall.
Suit yourself. Oh yes. You may call me Shalqua.
Shalqua. Enchanté indeed.
What did you want anyway?
Really, I just wanted you to stop talking so that I could pick up this item, and then I'll come around. I promise.
Nothing suited you, I presume. Well, that's dismissed.
So sorry. Pick up item. There we go. Let me show you. Here is the cat we were speaking to. I don't know how I clipped it through the wall there.
Oh. Who are you again? No, I'm not serious. You do have a rather pleasant scent.
Classic prankster.
The type I'm quite fond of.
So, the cat sells several rings, which are very, very helpful, as well as some items, homeward bones, that'll come in handy.
Nothing suited you, I
Good to know.
presume.
It also looks like Shalquar may be the Covenant carrier, like you can go manage your covenants through those options, though I'm not entirely sure. That looks a little more painful when you're naked. Rolling through heavy wooden crates. When you're armored, doesn't seem like that big a deal, but I think this is one of the first covenants you come across, this old monument here. But if I'm remembering correctly, that one just like gives you double damage. It's like a sadist's covenant. It makes the game more difficult. So there's a shopkeeper in there. I don't think I'm gonna mess with him just yet, until I come back with the blacksmith's key. I just can't remember where I may be able to find some armor. This is very important. Knocking that rock down the well there gives you your first Estus flask shard. As you may have noticed, the Estus flask in this one starts with one use, which is really not tremendously helpful. While lovely, the Estus flask in The original, I believe, started with 5, so it was always sort of usable at a minimum of 5. But this one you have to get shards for each and every use to build your way up to 5. I think she manages that.
Seek them, lest this land.
Yeah, oh no, we know, we got it. Sure. Please take my shard. And give me another Estus. Thank you much. So now we should have 2. We have doubled our power. So I am going to go... I don't know where. I like Majula because you can actually see there. It's like a hub world. And you can actually see the other major worlds in the distance there. You know, that castle over there is something. The big onyx-looking tower there is where King Vendrick is. That's where we're actually trying to go. And like the undead hunting ground or whatever it is caught between it. And then over this way there's like there used to be a big city on the coast that got washed away into the sea. You can just barely see it out there. So I like in this one they let you go out, adventure in these areas, and then return to Majula and you can see where you've been the entire time. I always appreciate that. So I guess I'm going to head off towards the forest here. I think you have to skirt underground briefly. However, I think there's one thing I missed that I typically miss on my first time through here. Let me see if I can find the right jump-off point. Yeah, definitely. If there's a covenant that let me deal double damage, I'd take that. I'd join that sadist's covenant for sure. So you can jump down here. And there's just 1 or 2 extra items, including the binoculars, I believe. Oh, lovely. A morning star. Yes, here are the binoculars. So now you can actually look at all those areas I mentioned. It's always nice to come across a chest with a glittering pool of blood in front of it. Really relaxes the nerves. Goodness, I am chilly. No, it's fine. I'll wait. You take your time. And trapped forever. Okay, good. Good thing I didn't need to use the restroom or anything. What with the sound of rushing water all around. Sure is a good thing that... Ah, lovely. Another human effigy. I think those are kind of similar to the... Oh, I can't remember what they are now. Humanity items from Dark Souls. I think human effigies are the equivalent of that here. It's interesting, they had a very much soul-based, system of understanding in the first one. This one is all based on fire, more than it is on darkness, like the dark soul. In the original game, appears to have been kind of replaced with this idea of being enkindled or embered or whatever, as you go further into the series. I may be thinking of Dark Souls 3, though. I'm not sure if it's that way just yet. So we have a big ogre, a couple more undead footmen. But it looks like that may be a bonfire just behind him there. So we will continue slashing away with the dagger. No thank you. Aha! My first piece of armor. Could have been pants, but no, this is fine. Wait a minute. Do I have this tunic still? They just took it off of me after I picked the deprived class? That's hilarious. So I have had clothes this entire time, and I've been just frolicking for you for no reason whatsoever. Boy, are my cheeks crimson with shame. I'm so sorry. What a way to start it off. Okay. I just assumed. I'm naked now. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll have to wait. Okay, so now we have a small foothold into the forest. The infantrymen are back. But I am now much better equipped to deal with it, I hope. No thank you. No thank you to all of that. A lot of guys out here, jeez. Okay. There's the accompanying boots. Collect the whole set. Be the first on your on your box. Yeah, sure. I always like to be the first on my box. It's too early for old commercial jokes, clearly. Wow. What happened here? Someone's been waging war. I should really be trying to get around these guys for a backstab, most likely. Who has time for that? There's a guy up there. And he has fire bombs. Lovely. Let's see if we can take that out of play real quick. Oh no, you first, please. Okay. Give me your fire bombs. It's time. ideal, but sure. I had better use... I'd like to keep my Estus. Let me just use one of these. A short sword. That may be a little bit more handy than a dagger. Let's try it. Unable to use. Well, sure. Let's see what it needs. 10 dexterity, 7 strength. Okay. That is really the problem with being deprived. Is you don't need very many levels. You really don't. In order to become effective. But even a short sword is out of reach to you. That's fair enough. We'll figure it out. Okay, I'll just go down and get him. Won't do a dive bomb from above. As much as I want to. I'm just now seeing that chat comment. You knew full well you had clothes, and you decided against it. Yeah, I'm sorry. This was a personal choice. Just like to feel the wind in me nethers. Only they had a kilt item. We could have avoided all of this. Really is a shame that all these poor gentlemen went through some massive, terrifying battle with themselves. Have died valiantly, fighting for a cause they believed in around this lovely tree, and then I come along and rouse them from their slumber and they have to die all over again. I think when the player character is not around, they all get up and sing Hard Knocks Life. Rightfully so. Always dying in Drang Lake. And we never get a break. Oh, I missed. I missed like a fool. His dagger really does not have a very wide attack pattern at all. You can slash or jab or whatever, and then you can do a very short slash. I'd say that's like a half of any other weapon. You are the wind betwixt my things. Gross. Get out. I love it. The true meaning of the things betwixt. That's not good. Time for Estus. Time for so much Estus, let me tell you. Oh, good, my dagger is at risk. That'll help. That'll really help here. Whew. Okay, I just gotta get to a bonfire. I think in this one, blissfully, one of the changes they make in Dark Souls 2 is that when you rest at a bonfire, you repair your weapons. I believe. Maybe you need like a special item first, but makes it much, much easier. Okay, I think I may actually try to run for it. My dagger being in the disrepair that it is. But these items, yes please. I'll even use one while I'm at it, to increase my chances of surviving this. didn't make it in time. That's a no-go. Well, okay. I did kind of deserve that. See if we can go grab our soul pile. Be very nice to have any weapon with just a slight bit of reach. Just a bit. So sometimes you can get there fast enough to start the climbing animation before they all start wailing on you. Sometimes you can't. It's really 50-50. Let's just try getting past all those guys for now. He actually seems quicker than I've ever seen him in the past. I wonder if they've, like, patched that out. Or I'm just being very incompetent. That being the case, let me actually think this through a second. I just need to be able to keep them at bay. Oh, he's eating me. Okay. Thank you? Thank you for that? Oh, that's rude. Alright, everyone come around the corner. Come on. You know you want to. Now run. Stop locking on and run. Okay. There. Just need to get up high enough. Just need to get your little bottom out of range. And hooray. Second bonfire. 2 bonfires deep into the forest now, and I believe this is the merchant lady. Goodness, those are some fingers. This is the merchant lady that has, the blacksmith's key. I just need to be able to afford it, I think. See how much this guy's giving me. I guess I need to rest first, pardon me. Neglected to actually sit, as I so often do. Oh, so close. Ran out of stamina. 90, that's not terrible. I'll just keep peeking around that corner real quick, if you'll pardon me. My boring grind. This will help significantly. Oh yeah, it's coming along. There's also a strange mechanic in this one that I actually really like, and they removed it again for Dark Souls 3. Every time you rest at the bonfire, everyone respawns. And in Dark Souls 1, that happens indefinitely. They always respawn no matter what. In this one, they respawn, I think, 12 times, and then they don't respawn anymore. And you have these items you can use at bonfires, like burn a specific thing. I forget exactly what it is. That levels up, like, the bonfire, but not the entire game. So it basically makes all the enemies within the area that the bonfire covers new game plus level, effectively. Like, it takes them up to the next cycle. And so you can choose which areas you're good at, basically, and level those up. But the kind of nice thing is you can also, your first time through, eventually, if you kill someone 12 times, they're gone. And so that helps a lot if you're, like, stuck in an area. You can actually clear it out before you get to the boss, say, and then you'll have full health and full items to get to the boss, because there's no one to fight on the way. And I think they just immediately took that back out in Dark Souls 3. It's back to they indefinitely respawn. So I kind of like this old Dark Souls 2 way of doing it, strangely. So I think I needed 1,000. Let me check. If it will help you trim your nails, I will happily buy something from you. That was less of a chuckle and more just a rasp. Just a wheeze of sorts. Okay. Leningrast's key. This is what I need. Yes, please, thank you. And I will be back, I'm sure. See if she has anything else to say.
My name is Melentia.
Dementia? Oh, Melentia, I'm sorry.
Oh, we get as strangers these days. Everybody's gone and run off. Drang Lake's been up a pile of rubble since the war, thought long, long ago. When the giants crossed the sea.
Naughty giants. Or rather, naughty us for provoking them. Thank you for the key. Which it kind of seems like you should have just given, you know, back to Majula, but yeah, it's fine. I'll pay for it. That's fine. Okay. So I need to get down there to get the weapon that I would like to have for a while here, a fire longsword, if I'm remembering where it is correctly. But I don't think I'm anywhere near being able to use it. I'm gonna need to figure out a way to get a emergency souls, either grinding spot or from inventory items like pick-upable souls. Ah, and I still have like 1,500 sitting out there. I haven't... Or maybe I don't. Yeah, I think I died again, so I probably don't. Darn. Maybe worth a check, though. I guess I can't surprise him from above. I have to climb down. Okay. Oh, good. There were like 1,500. That's fantastic. I could have done that instead of grinding there, but Oh well. There you are. Huh, someone's shooting at me from behind, too. You. What are you doing? A buckler. That could come in handy. Okay, so let's see if I can jump back very, very briefly to Majula here. Open the blacksmith's gate and maybe level up. The trade-off to the fact that you have to build your Estus flasks up from 1 appears to be that you can fast travel at any time. You don't need to get more than halfway through the game to get the Lord Vessel in order to begin fast traveling. And it also seems to be at every bonfire. It's not only like major story bonfires, it's anywhere you need to get, you can now get to. So sorry. Alright, so open this up. And have our dear blacksmith being all sad. Here you are, my friend.
Ah, yes, very good. Now I can get to work. But first,
Please do.
let me set up. Come again later.
Okay, but first I'm going to steal from you. Oh, lovely. I now have a bow. Do I have any arrows to go with it, is the question. I do not. I'll need to find some arrows. Okay, there's a couple more people I can talk to now that I am fully dressed. It doesn't actually matter, they'd talk to you regardless. I'm just trying to be proper. To make up for my earlier, misdeeds. Much like there is always a herald of sorts to guide you on your journey, there by the bonfire, there is always a knight who has given up.
You're undead, aren't you?
This is our dear crestfallen friend we meet in every
Smell of
instance.
irreversible fate.
As though we're all just playing these predetermined roles.
It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drown Lake these days, there are very few places like that.
This knight is telling me we're all undead and we're under a curse and we'll all end up crestfallen or worse. That's it.
I am Solden.
It's a short one.
I lost everything, and now I'm here. You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here. Well, that's not true at all. There's nothing here for you, me, or anybody.
It's always nice when one of the main characters you meet first in a game tells you there's no point in living or going on, and there's no point in playing the game. There's no way to progress. Just give up.
You know much about souls. Even I'm not certain, but I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything living, sentient or no, supposedly has one. What we
The
call
clarified
the
butter
curse
of life.
is traceable to the soul.
Do you see what that means? To be alive, to walk this earth. That's the real curse, right there. We undead will never die. And that's quite a predicament, really.
It is quite a predicament.
There are 4 beings in this land with giant souls.
Oh yeah, tell me about them.
And wherever you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them. Each has a powerful soul and a terrible curse. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now, like I have. Do you ever cry out for help?
Only in my sleep.
The journey of an undead is long and treacherous. You will face invaders from other worlds at every turn. If you need help, why not proclaim faith in the Blue Sentinels? When you face danger, the Blue Sentinels will come to your aid. Protection is yours, if you wish. You need only accept their kind embrace.
Well, that is lovely. Oh, I feel so pressured by this sales pitch.
I see.
No.
If you ever require help, I will stay here.
I do appreciate it.
It suits me. It will grow.
Maybe I have to. Oh, good. I thought I could learn this gesture from him. There we go. But I wasn't sure if I had to join the Covenant first.
Peace on your journey.
He's got to get through all of his dialogue options first. And yeah, I see the chat comment. They got Peter Serafinowicz to voice a character in this. Didn't he, like, have a campaign? He was a huge Demon Souls, Dark Souls fan. And he, like, asked them online or campaigned to be in this one. I love that they got him. If you don't know who Peter Serafinowicz is, you may know him from Guardians of the Galaxy, perhaps? He's the Nova Corps officer, like, second in command. It was like, what a bunch of a-holes, like that guy. He's a huge fan of this game series, and voices one of the characters in this one, and it's really cool. I wish I could do those things. I wish I could be in Guardians of the Galaxy and voice a character in this. I don't know what sort of campaign I need to start. But if it can't be me, goodness, Peter Serafinowicz, yes. Alright, so he is hard at work blacksmithing. I think I just need to level up. As much as I would love to spend my souls blacksmithing.
Bearer of the curse. Seek souls. Larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king, lest this land.
Okay. So I am going to need 9 there, and I think 10 strength. I can't quite remember. That should help a little. What do I need to get this short sword equipped? 10 dexterity. I could have spent 1 more, but I guess that would have left my strength at 6, so yeah, it's all coming together. I just need 1 more point in dexterity to be able to use that, and I think that should allow me to fight my way down to the longsword. So I just need to grind it out a bit more. Some way, somehow. Maybe I even have a... Yeah, let's try some of these. $800. I've neglected to check what the actual cost is.
Bearer of the curse. Seek, lest this.
Oh, you're just gonna say that every time, are you? Okay. I'll get used to it. So now I should be able to use a short sword. Small reach advantage. literally quite small. But fantastic, I'll take it. And I don't know if I actually need to get it up to 10 or not. I guess I can check once I have the sword. Someone is asking, how has the voice acting been lately? I haven't had much time to listen to podcasts. I completely understand, and I'm so sorry. I don't think anyone has had much time lately for much of anything fun. But I have still been working with the podcasts, blissfully so. I'm very appreciative for them sending work my way, and then I've been working with the Fool and Scholar production team on a couple of things that I'm not sure if I can talk about. As a ninja bursts from my closet to duct tape my mouth, there's Travis. Here he comes now. So yes, it's been going well, I believe. I haven't had nearly enough time for it, what with my day job and all, but still plugging away. Whenever I can wrangle my voice into submission, at least. No, thank you. I don't want to be stabbed and slashed by your nonsense and buffoonery. If it's all the same to you. Oh. Not sure how that missed exactly, but sure. Alright. I'm getting there. There's another torch. Definitely come in handy. Oh, so close. This short sword is so much better. Oh my goodness. I'm happy. Come on, gentlemen. We don't have all day. Alright, so I don't think it's this one. That is an instant, the turtle man will fall back on you and cause damage situation, if I'm remembering correctly. I want to go in the next one here. But I should probably take out these guys first. Lest they pack me in there like a sardine. Ah, that's a lot of health. Oh, I was trying to get a backstab, but he wasn't having it. Some more goodies up there I'll need to find a way around for. So this can be a bit tricky. As you may have noticed by the active flames and folks turned to stone/ash. It's not the best place to be. Get that and run. And again. Oh, just barely got that door open in time. This is what I need. Fire longsword, just sitting in a cave. That is my favorite little early game get there. And I think there's a way to skirt back in through this shortcut. Lovely. Back down here. Alright, stop shooting me in the back now. Yikes. I always hope that'll work. I'm gonna take great pleasure in killing you when I get around to that battlement. This is my vow. Definitely, it is a very good sword, especially this early in the game. Let me see if I still need... yes, 10 strength. That's just fine. I am glad we had the short sword, rather, in the meantime. And I'm sure I can still use this. It's just going to be a little less effective for a moment. So let's see here. What else do I need? I guess I can travel right back and try to get strength. I do have a few more souls in my inventory I can fall back on if needed.
Bearer of the curtains, seek them, lest this land swallow.
Okay, level up. Strength. One more point needed. It will cost me... I don't know which of those values. 400 or 700? Probably 7. Yes, 727 to get one more. I think the ones in my inventory are for 800, so that works out great. Let's do another one of those. 800. A little bit more than I needed, but oh well.
Bearer of lest this land.
There we go. Now I should be using this at its actual effectiveness. And that will help greatly. Okay, I didn't realize it was already it's 8 a.m. here where I am. Regrettably, I have to run for an appointment, which I will be heavily gloved and masked for, I have to imagine, at this point. But hopefully I can come back and play this very, very shortly this weekend. Hopefully there will be more Dark Souls 2. I will be back as soon as I can. Really. That's the plan. Now that we have our fire longsword, we can really start to make some progress. And I will look forward to seeing you then. So sorry to suddenly dash out on you. Let me see if I can remember how to use emotes in the wide world of Dark Souls. Respectfully, I bow at thee. Thank you for your time and your patience and your kind attention and everything else that I have leached out of you this morning. It is much appreciated, and I will see you shortly. Jeez. Hopefully I'll be able to speak. I tried to say soon and shortly at the same time. It didn't work. Bye for now, my lovelies.